In May 2017, a computer virus, wait, to be more precise, a computer cryptoworm started spreading and affecting computers all over the world.
A major so-called ransomware attack is underway worldwide, with more than 75,000 attacks reported.
This computer cryptoworm specially targeted the most widely used operating system, and that's of course the Windows operating system. When this computer virus gets into your system, it encrypts all your important data and denies permission to access it. And if you want your data back, then the virus asked you to pay $300. Of course, in bitcoins, right? The virus creators need to be anonymous. If you didn't pay $300 within 3 days, then the virus just deleted all your important data. The name of this virus or cryptoworm is WannaCry.
I first heard about it actually when I was in the middle of my clinic, and at that point that was about 4 p.m. I think 16 organizations had been affected.
By 11 a.m. I think we got some screenshots from the affected machines, the famous red screenshots.
This ransomware takes over computers and demands $300 in Bitcoin for people to get access to their files.
You know guys, I like that name. It just symbolizes the expression you will have when your computer gets this virus. You will cry like a baby. WannaCry was one of the biggest ransomware attacks in the history of computer viruses. After getting to know about WannaCry, guys, I started thinking, who was the first person to come up with the idea of having a computer virus? Who was the first person who coded the first computer virus? Who were the first victims of computer virus? So, in this video, let's find out the answers. But first, let me roll in the intro. It was year 1971. There were no personal computers, no mobile phones, and of course, no internet for the public. The internet we know today, the World Wide Web, was in its early stages and was called the ARPANET, which was funded by the US Defense. The computers connected to ARPANET network were mostly used by computer scientists and researchers. Looking at the size of the computers back then, no one would even think of having it in their house for personal use, and not to mention about the electricity these big machines would consume and the heat they generated. One day in 1971, a message began to appear before the astonished eyes of few computer scientists who handled the computers and were part of the ARPANET. The message said, "I am the Creeper, catch me if you can." And looking at the message, you may have guessed the name of the first computer virus. That's Creeper. Although the users didn't know at that time, they were the first victims of the first computer virus. But what did the mysterious message mean and who had sent it? If you're thinking, maybe a hacker or something, nope. It turns out it wasn't a hacker who coded the first computer malware. It was a BBN engineer named Robert H. Thomas, who also goes by the name Bob Thomas. At that time, BBN Technologies was a high-tech company which played an important role in development of ARPANET, or so-called the early internet. Talking about the computer virus, Creeper was a worm, a type of computer virus that replicates itself and spreads to other systems. But it wasn't a malware like we associate in today's world. Creeper did not have the abilities to encrypt our data or demand a ransom or maybe destroy data. It only displayed its taunting challenge, "Catch me if you can." That's all the virus could do. The creator of this virus, Bob Thomas, simply wanted to create an experimental self-duplicating program to illustrate that it could be done. So basically, Creeper was a mere experiment. Later, another similar program called Reaper was created, which moved across the ARPANET and deleted the self-replicating Creeper. Although Creeper was completely harmless, some researchers believe that Creeper paved the way for its malicious malware cousins that we see in today's world. So guys, thanks for watching. And if you like this video, अगर 2% भी वीडियो अच्छी लगी, then don't forget to subscribe. We are very close to 500 subscribers. So pick up your lazy finger and touch that subscribe button and also the like button. See you in the next video.